Do you ever feel like your English sounds a little boring? Like you're stuck using the same basic words every day?
What if you could change that? Today, we're going to talk about doing a complete 180, a powerful phrase to describe a huge life change. Imagine going from hating exercise to running a marathon, or from being single to getting married.
In today's episode, my friend Kenny is going to share a surprising story about his life. You'll learn how to use natural, native-level idioms to talk about big changes in your own life.
Ready to upgrade your English? Let's dive into our conversation. Before we pull back the curtain on Kenny's story, please show your support for the Edgy World channel. If you love learning with me and Anna, hit that subscribe button and share this story with your friends or colleagues. It's always better to practice together.
And stay tuned until the very end. After the story, Kenny and I will break down every idiom we used. We'll explain the meanings, provide clear examples, and have a special listen and repeat session. By the time this 15-minute lesson is over, you'll be speaking with much more natural confidence. Are you ready? Let's go. Julie and Kenny's engagement party. Join us. Kenny and Julie are tying the knot. Take the plunge with them Saturday, June 22nd at their engagement beach party. There'll be no chance to get cold feet at this sizzling hot summer party. It'll be a blast. Wow, Kenny and Julie are getting married. I didn't see that coming.
Anna, you're here. I'm so glad you could make it.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Great. Congratulations, you two.
Thanks.
Looks like a good turnout.
Yeah, we're happy so many people could come.
So you two are finally going to get hitched. Who popped the question? Was it you, Kenny, or did you propose to him, Julie?
I decided to be the romantic one. I took Julie to the park, where we had our 5-year anniversary picnic. I asked her there. She was in a bad mood that day. I almost lost my nerve. I thought she was going to turn me down.
Oh, really?
She's right. She almost left me in the park. She had a terrible migraine and stress at work, and I had been acting so strange. I guess I was just getting ready for the big question.
Have you guys settled on a date yet?
We're close. Sometime next July. You'll be around, won't you?
You can count on it. Oh, I just saw my aunt arrive. Sorry to bail on you, Kenny, right when I got here.
No problem. We'll catch up later on.
Great, see you in a bit. Pause. Okay, Kenny, can I ask you something direct?
It's not like you've ever been one to beat around the bush.
Fair enough. Give it to me straight. Did she bully you into this?
No, seriously, I really want this.
I tell you, when I got the invite, it really threw me for a loop. You've done a complete 180. Just a couple of months ago, you were telling me how you missed playing the field.
I know, but things have changed. I guess I've settled down.
I guess so. What happened?
Well, remember that car accident Julie had? When I found out, it was a real wake-up call. I remember thinking I didn't know how I would live without this woman. It hit me. She was the one for me. I decided I should either marry her or stop seeing her.
Wow.
Really? And since I've proposed, everything has been perfect. I feel like $1,000,000. It was the right decision.
I have to hand it to you. It seems like you're really getting your life on track. You're a lucky man, Kenny. She's a great person. You deserve a great woman.
Thanks, I appreciate that. But come on, this is supposed to be fun. Let's grab a beer and join the party.
Great idea. That was a great conversation, wasn't it? But tell me, when you listen to native speakers, does it sound a bit different from your textbooks?
It definitely does. That's why we use idioms. They make our English sound natural and more alive.
Exactly. If you want to sound like a native speaker, let's break down the idioms we just used. I will explain them, and then Kenny will help us practice.
But first, if you enjoy this lesson, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share this video with your friends so we can keep bringing you these real-life English lessons.
Are you ready to practice? Let's start with our first idiom. First of all, today's idiom is to tie the knot. It means to get married. Example, my sister and her boyfriend tied the knot last summer. Kenny, please repeat.
My sister and her boyfriend tied the knot last summer.
Second, to take the plunge. It means to make a big decision. Example, after years of planning, they finally took the plunge and started a business. Kenny, your turn.
After years of planning, they finally took the plunge and started a business.
Third, to get cold feet. It means to become afraid before doing something important. Example, he got cold feet before the wedding. Kenny, repeat please.
He got cold feet before the wedding.
Fourth, stuffy. It means too formal and not relaxed. Example, the party was so stuffy, nobody wanted to dance. Kenny, say it with me.
The party was so stuffy, nobody wanted to dance.
Fifth, to let your hair down. It means to relax and have fun. Example, after the exam, we let our hair down and celebrated. Kenny, your turn.
After the exam, we let our hair down and celebrated.
Sixth, to walk down the aisle. It means to get married. Example, she walked down the aisle in a beautiful white dress. Kenny, repeat.
She walked down the aisle in a beautiful white dress.
Seventh, to not see something coming. It means to be surprised. Example, I didn't see it coming when he proposed. Kenny, say it.
I didn't see it coming when he proposed.
Eighth, a turnout. It means the number of people at an event. Example, there was a great turnout at the wedding. Kenny, repeat.
There was a great turnout at the wedding.
Ninth, to get hitched. It means to get married. Example, they're getting hitched next month. Kenny, your turn.
They're getting hitched next month.
10th, to pop the question. It means to ask someone to marry you. Example, he popped the question on the beach. Kenny, repeat please.
He popped the question on the beach.
11th, to lose your nerve. It means to lose courage. Example, I wanted to speak, but I lost my nerve. Kenny, repeat.
I wanted to speak, but I lost my nerve.
12th, to turn someone down. It means to say no. Example, she turned down his invitation. Kenny, your turn.
She turned down his invitation.
13th, to settle on something. It means to finally decide. Example, we settled on a small wedding. Kenny, repeat.
We settled on a small wedding.
14th, to count on something. It means to depend on something. Example, you can count on me to help. Kenny, repeat please.
You can count on me to help.
15th, to bail. It means to leave early or quit. Example, Don't bail on us at the last minute. Kenny, your turn.
Don't bail on us at the last minute.
16. To beat around the bush. It means to be indirect and avoid the main point. Example, stop beating around the bush and tell me what you really think.
Stop beating around the bush and tell me what you really think.
17. To give it to someone straight. It means to be honest and direct. Example, I respect you, so I'll give it to you straight.
I respect you, so I'll give it to you straight.
18. To do a 180. It means to change your opinion or behavior completely. Example, he did a 180 and became a much more responsible person.
He did a 180 and became a much more responsible person.
19. To throw someone for a loop. It means to surprise or confuse someone. Example, the news about the sudden wedding really threw me for a loop.
The news about the sudden wedding really threw me for a loop.
20. To get your life on track. It means to make positive changes for a good future. Example, he is finally getting his life on track.
He is finally getting his life on track.
Great job practicing. Remember, natural English comes from using these idioms in your daily life. Keep listening, keep repeating, and you'll be speaking like a pro in no time.
Don't forget to show your love. Subscribe to EduWorld, like this video, and share it with your friends. See you next time.